Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Live from Oakland, California, the Bay Area. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Cleveland Guardians going up against the Oakland Athletics. Hi, folks. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. All right, partner, ready to go. Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll here. Getting the nod on the mound, Vida Blue. What's the word on him?
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. The lefty ready, and a 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The wind of the pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And another ball. 1 out, base is empty. Fastball for a strike.
2-2 now.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Giambi calls it in, 2 away. Here's the Guardians lineup now. Big challenge for them today as they take on a pitcher who brings electric stuff and really racks up the strikeouts.
Yeah, and it's all about making good contact against a pitcher like this. You're not going to get very many pitches to hit in an at-bat, maybe even in a game. So you've got to be ready, zoned in into the spot where you think you've got the best chance and jump all over it. Might be the first pitch of the at-bat, so you better walk up there ready from the jump. If they can make early, consistent contact, I think they'll have a much better shot against it.
Two down, nobody on. In the air, right field. Has a beat on it. Brings it in for the 3rd out. We head to the bottom of the 1st. No score after a half inning. Back here in the East Bay. Getting the nod in this one, Bob Feller. What's the scouting report on him?
He's racked up over 2,000 strikeouts in his career. He's such a competitor out in the mound. So fun to watch him work. I'm excited for this one.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder, Esteury Ruiz. That one misses. misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Here's the second baseman, Zach Geller. There's a 1-1. And that one hammered Sizemore. Going back on this one. And that one is off the wall. Headed for the plate. He will score. The A's have moved out in front. 1-0.
Couldn't have timed it off any better than that. I love the hustle out of the box, man. He drove that baseball. He was thinking triple right away.
Here's the veteran first baseman, Jason Giambi. Ground ball, Naylor. Run scores, and that makes it 2-0 as they get the out.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield bat, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, front that run in.
Bob Feller was only 17 years old when he made his major league debut, and it did not take long for him to make a name for himself. And he blows that one by him at 100. Talking about Feller's debut, he burst onto the scene at his first start. He struck out 15 batters, and he was still in high school. In his fourth start, he racked up 17 Ks. The flip to the pitcher covering, out on a bang-bang play. And time now to check out the A's lineup. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
He goes down looking. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We move to the second here in Oakland. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians nothing. Back in Oakland, new inning getting started. Stepping up for the Guardians, Grady Sizemore. Hit in the air, center field. Ruiz settles under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
That is it. The right fielder, number 14.
Larry Doby getting ready to hit. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Line drive. Rooker hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 22.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Josh Naylor. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pitch misses there, and it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
The pitch. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. The Athletics up by 2 here on opening day. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Guardians go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 2-0. And welcome back to the bottom half of inning number 2. Down the third baseman, J.D. Davis. Cold strike right there.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And that's a little bit high. And it's 2-2.
Umpiring behind the plate for us today, Boog, is Mike Fillmore, and he is a good one. He'll reward pitches on the edges a little bit, but the main thing is he doesn't keep you guessing. Once he establishes that a pitch is a strike, it stays that way.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Went right after him there, Singy. No messing around.
3 pitches right there. 3 really good fastballs in that at bat. But what stood out is all of them in a different part of the zone. He started them away. You look out over the plate as a hitter, and then he busts you in. You're not quick enough to be able to pull the trigger and turn on it. And then he finished up in the zone. Good velocity. Caught the top part of that strike zone. That's a great example. He tries to go down and away, and the plate covered completely. A laser shot.
Digging in for Oakland, Tyler Soderstrom.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Here comes a pitch. Double play ball to second. Jimenez. Feed to second. That's 1. And that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We played 2 full. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians nothing. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Andres Jimenez. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offensive side for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And Ricky Henderson the grab. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting it. The catcher,
Bo Naylor at the plate now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Gassed it right by him.
When you can run your fastball up there in the high 90s, you'd think you'd throw it almost all the time. But right there in that at bat, he saved it until the final pitch and just blew it right by the batter. I mean, that's almost impossible to catch up to. You haven't had a chance to time that velocity, and if you're not given a reason to be expecting it.
Two outs. Just off the inside corner. It's 2-2. And another ball. Out to short, Diaz. Tosses to first, and that'll do it. Guardians fail to score. They're still down. It's 2-0. Set for the bottom of the third. Leading off, Aledmys Diaz.
Aledmys Diaz.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Now one away.
Oh, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
1 ball.
That was straight queso right there.
Got it by him for the K.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his own right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And it's fouled away. One and two here. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here in the East Bay, John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Stephen Kwan. And he deals. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. 2-2 down. Struck him out swinging. Blew the express right by his back for strike 3.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. And a good eye there. One down, base is empty. Just missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
The 2-1. And another ball. Fastball in for a strike. And the count is filled in.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
And now the lefty. Caught him looking for the K. Brady Sizemore digs in for the Guardians. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Over to first, and he saved. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
Hogan, the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
The A's leading by 2, top half of inning number 4. Misses inside, ball 3.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
2 outs. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. One left for the Guardians. They trail things here 2-0. Back in Oakland, now the first baseman, Jason Giambi.
Jason
The wind of the pitch. And that's outside. And that's ball 2. And that one wrapped foul. And it skips in the dirt. .99 miles per hour to finish him off.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Ricky Henderson up next for the A's.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, Boo, great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in one inning to get to them, to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ball game.
Corrals it. 2 away down.
Now batting, right fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. Brent Rooker digs in now. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Righty delivers. And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. A's go quickly and quietly there. They're up 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the right fielder, Larry Doby.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
Pitch is in the dirt, and a count 2-1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Out towards right center field. Rooker settles underneath it, makes the grab, and there's one down.
The first baseman, number 22, Josh.
Here's Josh Naylor. It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
Popped in the air, left field. And Ricky Henderson the grab. Out number 2.
The batter is second baseman.
Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. The 1-1. In the air, right side. Rooker makes his way towards it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. He's through 5 without allowing a hit. It's the A's 2 and the Guardians nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's going to be J.D. Davis.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And the count is 1-2. Got him swinging. He swung over top of the curveball.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball that he pitched before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And there's a ball. Bases empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. And the count is 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Righty to the plate. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Out.
He's out.
2 away now after the drop third strike.
Really love the
Now
pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Soderstrom.
Next up for the A's, Tyler Soderstrom. 1-1 now. He swings and fouls one off. Two down, nobody on. And that one moves his feet. Next pitch inside, and that's ball 3.
He never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 2 outs, base is empty. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Boom, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough outs?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a full scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Two outs. High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there. Gone. He dunks it off the foul pole. He flexes his power with that swing, and they add to the lead. It's 4-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. This thing was hooking down the line the entire way. He knew it was going to be close, and bam, right off the left field pole. That was a pretty swing, and he found a way to keep his hands inside just enough to keep it fair.
And here is Yuri Ruiz. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 runs across in the inning as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. The A's with a 2-run blast. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Top of the 6th inning. So in now for Cleveland, Bo Naylor.
Bo Naylor.
On the ground to first. Boots it. But the throw to first gets him easily. And that's the first out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And up next for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. And the pitch. Swings through that.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And now 2-2. That one ripped. That's back there. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one.
And he hammered that to straightaway center field. It's a deep part of the ballpark. Tell you what, that wind is blowing straight in. Got to be a big man if you're going to go through the wind of that part of the park. It just knocked that ball down.
Pitch misses. Ball 2. Right through there for a strike.
2-2 now.
That one a little bit high, and a full count now. Jose Ramirez on deck for the Guardians. In the air to left down the line. Henderson running hard to get it. Can't get there. This one lands foul. The Guardians down by 4, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Bounced up the middle. Diaz throws to first in time, and that is the inning. So he's through 6 no-hit innings now. It's the Athletics 4 and the Guardians nothing. Back here in the East Bay, bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. And a foul ball. Way outside, 2-2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tristan McKenzie preparing to come on if needed. Williams also throwing. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
So up next, Jason Giambi. And the righty deals.
That's ball 2. He got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that one.
It normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just to swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Got him. 2 gone.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Henderson.
So here's the cleanup hitter for Oakland, Ricky Henderson. And a 1-1. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Oakland goes quietly. Nothing doing there for the A's. They lead 4-0. And we're back. Here's Jose Ramirez.
The third baseman.
The Guardians in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here. Man, he's been really good. About to hit that 100 pitch mark here in the 7th. Man, we'll see how far they're going to ride him, but it's been pretty good so far.
Next for the Guardians is the designated hitter. The wind and the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Now 2 away.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still laid on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Not even close there. Yeah, that's ball 2. The Guardians yet to pick up a hit here. That's a little bit low. Larry Doby next to bat for Cleveland. On the ground, and that's through. Their first hit of the ball game. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. So history wasn't meant to be in this one, but it's been quite the performance.
Man, that's tough for a pitcher to swallow. I mean, when you're right on the brink of a no-hitter, just pitched a heck of a game, just couldn't make it to the finish line.
So digging in, Larry Doby. And the pitch. Here's a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Up and in, and now it's 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Move over to first, trying to keep him close.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Battling here as he fouls it away. The Athletics leading by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. On the ground right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Guardians lead 1. They trail it here 4-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tristan McKenzie.
Now, number 26, Tristan McKenzie.
Now it's the right fielder, Brent Rooker.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 3-1. Fastball for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Hot shot to third. Whips it across, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Third baseman, number 5, J.D. Davis.
Now it's J.D. Davis. One down, base is empty. Ground ball right side, and he takes it himself for the out.
The batter, the designated hitter, Seth Brown.
So here's Brown at the plate. Right-handed reliever. So now 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Missed inside with the curve. outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that two-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a two-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Brown leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Foul ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And here it comes. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 left for Oakland, but they're in front 4-0. We're at the top of the 8th, and here's the first baseman, Josh Naylor.
Number 22, Josh Naylor.
And a pitch. And a foul ball. The pitch. Struck him out.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then carry that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
On the ground, right side. Over to Giambi. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Now batting, catcher, Bo Naylor.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. And another ball. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And Ricky Henderson the grab. And that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the 8th. Striding to the plate now for Oakland. Aledmys Diaz.
Diaz.
The pitch. And that's downstairs and outside. In the air, left side. Kwan settles underneath it. He makes the grab, and there's 1 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
And now the center fielder, Esteury Ruiz. And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Now 2 out.
Well, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. On the ground, right side. And foul ball.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Looks like he's heading back out for the 9th as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. all set to start the ninth in this one. Stepping up for the Guardians, Gabriel
The
Arias.
shortstop, Gabriel Arias.
Kicks and deals. The shortstop takes the ball. Action in the pen down there. Zach Jackson, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Got a hard-throwing right-hander up as well. The wide to kick the pitch. Fouls one off. 2-2. The pitch. Good job to fight that one off. The 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Geloff. The throw to first. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance. Had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
And now Stephen Kwan. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The Guardians down by 4 here at the top of the ninth. And he hits a ground ball right side, and he handles it himself for the out.
Now back, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Last out for the Guardians in this one. Now the number 2 hitter, Jose Ramirez. 2 outs. Hard hit left side. High throw to first, and he can't reach it. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
That's a dangerous throw for the first baseman to try to handle right there. Exposed him to a potential collision, and we've all seen some of the ugly ones over the years on plays similar to that one. So it's great nothing came out of that other than the throwing error.
Now it's the Guardians DH. One strike away. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's the ball game.
Really incredible performance on the mound. You know he's going to stew a little bit over that one hit that he gave up, because when you look at the body of work, so dominant, he'd have made just one better pitch. Perhaps he'd have a no-hitter.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. Oakland victorious. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Athletics, 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. They left 2 runners on base. For Cleveland, no runs, just 1 hit, no errors. They left 3 runners on base. Time of the ball, 2 hours and 38 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.